Yep, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician, an addiction medicine specialist. Tomorrow night, Everclear will be on the show. It'll be good to see those guys. Drew, I'll enjoy watching you dance when you talk to Art about missing his wedding.
Completely miss him.
And not even calling. Tonight we have Valarie Ray Miller and Richard Gunn, both from Dark Angel, the big hit on Fox, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. And I would say one of the, well, maybe I'd say the biggest hit of the new fall lineup. Wouldn't you guys say that?
I definitely have to agree with you. We're
that's
kicking
good.
butt.
Yeah, that's nice. And this is, what's his name? Who did the Titanic that did this?
James
Cameron. James Cameron. And is he, now what did he do? Did he write the pilot? Did he come up with it? Or how involved is he?
Yeah, he co-wrote the pilot. And he oversees a lot of production aspects on the show.
Did he cast you guys, or was he involved with that?
Yeah,
he had
definitely involved.
Yeah, he had. He and his partner Charles Egley were the main people that cast it.
So he's around. He's not just put his name on it and walked away.
No, he's there. Yeah, he's definitly around.
He has a huge
like you did that with that breakfast cereal in the mid-'90s. Remember the Drew Pops or something? Post Drew Pop, Doc Pops. You just put your name on it, you walked away, and those 8 kids died.
Yeah, but what could he do with the breakfast cereal?
Yeah, that's true. What's he supposed to do?
Oversee production.
Go down to Battle Creek, Michigan, and stuff it in a box? You're right. A very good point, Richard. You found a friend in Richard over here.
Finally, somebody to defend me.
Valarie Ray Miller is also going to be found on One Saturday Morning.
Yep.
That's that ABC kids show. I think I have a cartoon that's on that One Saturday Morning.
What's your cartoon?
Is it Buzz Lightyear? Is that on One Saturday Morning?
It's on ABC.
Actually, you know what? It is on our lineup. It's on before the actual time slot that I'm in. But that's all the whole morning is called One Saturday Morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that going.
Yeah. We got a connection going here, baby.
Yeah, that's huge. That's going to carry us for the next 12 to 13 minutes.
Yeah.
I go 12, 13.
Okay.
So tell us about your character on the show. Drew and I have never seen the show because we leave for work when the show is on every night. At least in theory, we do.
Yeah.
No, I do.
Yeah, Drew does. I'm scrambling to leave. So we've not yet seen the show. Of course, it aired tonight.
Yep.
But tell us about your character, Valarie.
Well, you guys are big ballers. First of all, I need to tell you, you need to get a VCR.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
I've got TiVo.
Yeah.
Well, you're high class, man. You're going into
I have
the
no
future.
excuse.
Yeah, mine only records porn. Yes. Oh, no, wait a minute.
I'm familiar with the VCR.
I'm wrong. It only plays porn. It will record anything, but I have no way of watching that.
Because you have trouble reaching the controls with all the calluses on your hands.
Oh. Everybody's a comedian. All right, but
Go back to my character.
yeah, you're a lesbian, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm a quiet, shy person in real life, so it's really quite a stretch for me. She's kind of feisty, and she's pretty much the life of the party.
What did the ABC people think about you going over to Fox and playing a big lesbo? You know, I
don't know how big she is. She's about 5'5", 5'6".
It's the Disney people.
Big in
There you go. There you go.
Disney.
Yeah, you're doing One Saturday Morning. I mean, the kids are going, Mommy, that's the lesbian from the show where they kill.
Well, you know what's funny, actually? I look totally different.
Yeah.
It's like people don't usually even put it together.
No, the kids know. The kids know.
You would think that, but I can walk around, and people, even when I look exactly the same as the character on One Saturday Morning, I can walk into a store and little kids will stare at me forever and they go, you look just like that girl on One Saturday Morning. But I don't really look that much like either character.
Well, kids do that because they think people on TV live inside the TV.
Right, exactly.
Drew's kids are pretty freaked when they see him, right? Yeah. Although they've never... Do they watch Extra? What are you on now, Drew? Do you on TV? Do you have a show?
No.
Okay, very well. And Richard, let's talk about your character.
Well, first of all, I have to say, I used to think that people lived inside the TV when I was a kid.
Right.
So I can...
I told you the truth last month.
I can verify that. Yeah, until I met Valarie. That's what I thought. No, my character's name is Sketch. He's kind of
Sketchy dude.
screws up a lot. Guy screws up a lot. He's kind of looking for an angle, but
Right.
he's not. But he's not a malicious person. He's just not out to really get anybody. He's just trying to get by in this post-apocalyptic world.
His parents didn't name him Sketchy, though. His friends did via his actions, right?
Yeah. His name's Calvin.
Right.
All of our names are like that. All of our names are kind of symbolic of a personality or a character trait. I'm original Cindy.
Oh, so you're not lesbian. You're not Leslie
Not that
Queen.
lesbian
Leslie
chick.
Cindy?
Leslie.
Rachel,
Yeah.
you're 33. What's up?
I have a question. I'm on Paxil, and I was wondering if Viagra would help with the sexual side effects.
The side effect where you lose your sex drive entirely.
Yeah.
Isn't that? What's that?
Oh, and the loss of sensation, too, like very hard to reach orgasm.
Yeah. Does sex kind of seem doesn't even make sense to you at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, women they shut down in these SSRIs. It's like sex is like what are they doing? They're touching. Why are they doing
Man,
that?
does that suck?
Can I ask something? How long have you been on it?
I've been on Paxil for 2 years, but I was on Prozac like 7 years prior to that.
Prozac is even worse sometimes.
Yeah. How about kickstarting her libido?
Well,
How do you
Rachel,
do that?
Rachel, sometimes adding Wellbutrin will do it. Okay.
I did. They did do that, and I just had so many side effects on it.
Headache and whatnot.
Oh gosh! And then I also I was kind of aggressive.
Yeah. How about switching over to Cerazone?
I haven't tried that.
That or Remeron. Those don't have the sexual side effect.
All right, but why don't you let her take the what you want to take?
Viagra.
Oh, the Viagra. Yeah.
Viagra. Some people have suggested that that's useful, but there's really no science to base that on.
But
yet.
you know women, you give them a sugar pill and tell them it's going to make their boobs bigger and their ass smaller, and they gobble it right up.
Not like men. Men are so smart. Men don't even read the package to know what it's supposed to do.
Right, but that's why we don't believe it. We're skeptics. I'm saying if you gave her Viagra and you waited, if you gave her a diamond from a Lucky Charms box, one of the blue diamonds, and I think
Adam,
is that what the Viagra is based on? I know, but if I gave her one of these, if I gave her one of these blue diamonds from the Lucky Charms box, and I said,
it's the crescent moon.
No, I'm going with the blue diamond, you retard, because that's what Viagra looks like.
I see.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
How did you know that's what it looked
Viagra,
like?
Right?
Never occurred to me you knew what Viagra looked like. How do you know what Viagra looks
Blue
like?
diamonds, by the way,
Wait
they
a
look
minute.
like a little.
Now he's twitching. Look at the leg. Look at the leg.
First off, how dare you insinuate that I'm hooked on Viagra?
I don't know how the hell you know what it looks
And now
like.
it's unhooked.
No, the Viagra has been a deluge of Viagra pictures in the media,
not pill
been all
pictures.
over the place.
Exactly.
That kinda
I've never
works.
seen a
Everyone-
picture.
That kind of works with the porno.
Anderson, did you?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, for Christ's sake! And did you know it was a blue diamond shaped pill?
Only because you were telling me about it earlier.
I see the smoke.
Yeah, when you were blowing me.
Hey now.
Okay.
Listen.
I'm here if you want to share anything with me. Tell the lesbian.
How dare everyone? Listen, I'm gonna throw it to the peanut gallery. Do you guys know what Viagra looks like?
Peter, how the hell do you know what Viagra looks
He's
like?
just nodding.
He's taking it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's
Oh, he's taking it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Taking
okay.
one?
Well, you're not helping my case at all. I don't know. I've seen a picture of it 1,000 times on
Just that one
that
picture.
I
television.
prescribed it 1,000 times. I barely know what it looks like.
Everyone knows a Viagra is that blue diamond
What does
shape.
Paxil look like?
I don't know.
What does
It's
Prozac
not,
look like?
Let me explain something.
The
Well,
gel
Prozac,
caps.
I'm going is
Prozac
white,
is.
and is it like hexagon or is it?
It's a capsule. It's yellow and
It's
green.
capsule. Okay, look here. I've made my point. Touche. Here's what I'm saying. None of these other drugs have been labeled. First off, they're not about sex, so there's not all the media hype around these things. They didn't come out a year ago, and it was the media was a buzz about these things.
No
And
buzz about Prozac in the media?
They were showing pictures. Yeah, but it's not exciting or
Okay,
titillating
Exactly.
to show
It's
a
an easy
picture.
sell because it's about sex.
All right.
It's something that
Right.
affects
All right.
sex.
I've seen the picture of a million times. So the point is if I handed her a blue diamond from the Lucky Charms box and told her 20 minutes later, you can feel it, can't you, baby? I mean, you're getting moist, right? She'd probably say, yeah, I feel a little tingly down there. Then we could get it on. Or I'd have the leprechaun banger. The point is she should take the Viagra. I bet it would kickstart her. May not be a good long-term thing.
No,
I bet it'd be good for one night.
But people, yes, it would probably would. That's true.
All right. Alex,
Hello?
you're 16.
Yeah, I just want to say you guys are the best, and I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Or every time I ejaculate, I start having an erection. I don't know if that's normal.
For 16.
Exactly.
Yeah.
God damn it, that's normal.
Right.
That's something to be proud of.
Yeah, that's good for you, man.
In another few years, you'll be praying for that.
No.
How long?
Wouldn't bother praying.
How long does it stay around?
For like 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah?
You should brag about
Wait a minute, how tall are you, baby?
5'11".
Hold on. No.
16. Listen, Valerie's on a hit show. She's got to go out with celebrity types
16-year-old
now.
boys.
All right, Alex. Yes.
You're fine.
All right, thanks.
Do we really need to answer that question? The erection
know.
stays around. It's
You just wanted to brag.
It's 16. Your penis is saying to your scrotum, "Hey, let's go." I mean, I'm still up.
At 16, everything you want to know, is it normal? Whatever you're doing,
Right.
Yeah,
you got to know that it's normal, whatever it is. Nothing, everything's new and different.
Katie?
Uh-huh. Okay,
I was the opposite. I was peeing on my friends thinking everyone must do this.
Katie, don't listen to this.
It turns out they
Don't lose your
weren't.
train of thought.
Is this normal?
What's going on? I didn't even question it. I was like, wonder why everyone else isn't peeing on their friends at the exact same time I'm doing it. Katie, 14, what's up?
Yeah, I had a question about my mom's heroin addiction.
Great.
She's 38, and she's been on heroin for the past 20 years,
Wow.
off and on. And I have a youngest brother, he's 5, and she was on heroin when she was pregnant with him. Is that, like, dangerous for when he gets older? Can he, like, have, like, maybe a chance of getting hooked on a drug? Or
No, it's no more really than you. Both of you are at risk. About 50-50 for each of you that you'd have the gene for addiction. And then being raised in an addictive family seems to add risk to the situation.
Yeah, but you see, you got that alcoholic gene which can go in any direction. But even if your mom had kicked heroin 5 years before you or your brother came around, you'd still have the same chance.
No, not the, you still have.
Wouldn't you?
You'd still have the same biological chance.
Yeah,
but
same biological
being reared by a heroin-addicted mother
Right.
creates the kind of emotional disturbances that put people at added risk.
She's not asking that, although we should address that. But she's saying, does he have some trace of heroin coursing through his veins somewhere?
The deal with the heroin during pregnancy is it puts the whole pregnancy at risk, and oftentimes they abort spontaneously. It's a mess. But once they get through the pregnancy, it's nothing special.
Turns out it's good for the kid.
Provided they're HIV negative, hepatitis C negative, that kind of
Okay, and I have another question. My sister, she's 18, and she's pregnant. She's 8 months pregnant.
How many kids do junkies have these days?
I have 5 kids in my family.
Oh, I'd really
Did we talk to her last night?
I'd like to put just a little bit of air in that your syringe and put her down.
Whoa.
Just put her right down in the ground.
We're all really great kids, though. We have a nice family. Well, except for my mom, but she's gone.
Yeah.
We're Jehovah's Witnesses, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's Jehovah's Witness?
My family.
Was she? Was your mom took
No,
off?
my mom's not, no. We just recently came in, like, about 3 years ago. My mom's been gone for, like, 8 years, maybe.
Wow. Boy.
Do you have a stepmom?
Huh?
You have a stepmom?
No.
So what happened with your sister? You were telling us about your 18-year-old sister.
Yeah, she kind of, accidentally, well, in a way, got pregnant, and she's 18.
Oops.
Yeah.
Slipped and fell.
Well, under the wrong circumstances. And she still lives with our family and stuff, and she's 8 months pregnant, and the guy who, impregnated her, he has ADD. Is that going to affect the baby? Is the baby...
It's about the same as with addiction. In fact, ADD, I will predict, and that young fellow probably is addiction, and not just ADD. And so it's really the addiction gene, again, we're talking about.
Wait a minute. Are they married?
No.
What about Jehovah?
Yeah, I know. Actually, she met the guy through my mom's drug recovery program.
I see. Hey, Katie?
Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking. Where are you calling from?
California, Stockton.
I see. You need to move. First off, Stockton, while technically being in California, I don't look at it as part of California. That's number one.
Okay.
I could one day I'll give you a list of the places that
aren't
are
really in
only
California.
geographically, but emotionally, they're not part of California.
Spiritually separate.
When people are like, in the Midwest and it's snowing, they're talking about the California lifestyle. They're not picturing junkies in Stockton.
Or weed.
I can guarantee you.
Is Orange County in California?
It's right on the outskirts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, it's right there. Once in a while, some of those
People are thinking about those
white people
beaches.
get over the border and they make it into L.A. proper. But
So she's supposed to
Katie, here's what you need to
move.
do.
Okay.
your nephew's got a 50-50 chance of being ADD. Your sister's got a 50. Everyone's got a 50-50 chance. That all adds up to about 250%. You got to get out of there.
Okay.
Just turn 18. Do well in school and go far away to college.
Okay.
Because even if everyone doesn't become what they could be, it's still a bad family. That's a bunch of jokers. You got a good head on your shoulders. And you got to use your brain, go to school, and get some scholarship, and get out of there.
Okay.
All right?
I will.
All right. Is there a Kids of Junkie scholarship? Because to me, that trumps any color, any religion, any race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as it's like, well, you're half Cherokee. Wait a minute, Tonto. Hold on. Get out of the way. My mom's a junkie. Okay. You get free ride.
You know what? I'm from a really rough background. And what it does for you is it makes you a much stronger person. And it sounds like people say it and you just say it and you say it and you say it. But I've been through so much stuff in my lifetime, and not that I would wish to have that happen, but since it did, I mean, just the way I deal with life on a daily basis is, really good for me. And it's not too much ruffles my feathers. So, I mean, you have that going for you.
But it makes a few people stronger, and they, host Saturday morning shows and get land rolls on Dark Angel, but the other 98% of them just turn into junkies themselves.
I think
for the most part.
I don't necessarily.
Statistically, that's true.
Statistically, yeah. I mean,
but it's also one of those things where people don't really you don't really hear that other people have made it out. And so if you don't know any better, you're in the environment that you're in. Like you said, for her to leave, okay, so leave. I agree with you with that. As long as you get yourself and you know that there's something else that you can do and you truly believe it, then you've already conquered your worst enemy.
I'm not so worried about her because she's 14.
Right.
She's calling the show. She's asking.
She's a smart girl.
She's asking the right questions.
Right.
She's got 4 or 5 other brothers and sisters. That'll be the other 80 or 90% that didn't.
But she's
get
definitely
out.
one of those people that could be in the 10%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wish it was that high, by the way. Yeah.
But
Richard,
it can be.
What, were you going to
I
say
was just
something?
going to say, if she stays in the house, she'll probably follow in the rest of their footsteps, like you're saying.
Right.
Well, you wind up supporting a bunch of people.
Right. No. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Get out of there. No forwarding address. John?
Oh, yes, hey.
You're 15. What's up?
I just want to say, hey, both of you guys, Dr. Drew and Em, you guys rock. Listen to you guys almost every day.
Thanks.
And I have a question for Dr. Drew. I recently started going down with my girlfriend. I want to know, what specifically can I catch?
Anything. Anything you can name.
You need to catch a school bus if you're 15.
How about scurvy or malaria?
Any sexually transmitted disease you can name, you can get through oral sex.
Isn't it true that you can catch, man can catch HIV easier from performing cunnilingus than from
penetration?
having
I don't know if that's true, but I'm behind it 110%.
You can get a yeast infection in your throat.
Not been proven yet, but
A guy in college, I thought it was so gross.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that thrush?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
How would
bad
you
times.
not know? Isn't there something that should tip you off?
he got
or
yeast
something
infections.
that's wrong?
He got
Hold
that?
on.
Yeah.
There's something else going on.
Valerie, let me tell you something. If you're going down on a chick with a yeast infection,
That's what I'm saying. You should know, right?
you don't have the keenest.
So look at
I
that
see what
Avenger.
you're saying.
Maybe
That's
he
what
had
they told me. I don't know. I don't.
That the guy had a yeast infection?
That's what all of his friends said.
No.
All his friends.
No.
No, I don't. I mean, I know him, but I
other-
don't.
You can get
Jack
oral
off
thrush,
with
but
the fraternity.
this means there's something wrong with your immune system.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
He was kind of junky.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, what college? Was this junior college?
No.
Regular college?
Yeah, regular college.
What college you go to?
North Texas.
No, I never heard of that. Sorry. Did you ever hear of that one? We ever been there?
We haven't been there.
Sorry. No. You have to pick another one. All right, hey, John, you could get whatever you can get.
How old's your girlfriend?
She's 15 also.
Is she a virgin?
Yeah.
Okay, how is it that you would get an STD from someone who's never had sex?
Good point.
The whole definition of sexually transmitted.
Well, airborne.
Right in the name.
Airborne herpes. You never heard of that?
I am, but I'm not sure she is.
You gotta swat those things
Oh, you
out
know
of the
she's
air.
a virgin. I see.
Yeah, I'm the virgin.
Well, you don't have a trained eye, and even a trained eye, most of the stuff you can't see. So it's part of the risk of getting sexually active. If you want to reduce your risk, get a dental dam.
No, he's not going to do that. She's 15. She's fine. Her experience is limited if she has any at all. You're fine, John. I'll give you a big green light to get down there and give her an opportunity to fake an orgasm while you're giving her oral sex.
Interrogate her, John.
Yeah, she'll be happy. Don't worry.
All right, John.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Jesus, thank God I never went down on anyone at 15. Would have been a mess. I would have been eating.
Ew.
I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be cracking jokes. You're holding up stuff. You want a lifesaver?
Ew.
I would have like
Relish.
I would have been checking every 2 minutes. How's that? Is it all right? All right. I'll be in the vagina if you need me.
Ew, Drew. Drew is brushing through his hair.
Well, you don't mind if I eat while I'm thumbing you, do you?
Oh.
Yeah. I always thought the hole was at the top part, but it's down around the bottom. Is everyone that way, or is that... Okay. Oh, stop talking? Okay. Yeah. No, yeah, we should shut the light. You're right. Oh, God.
No, we're on break
What?
here.
We're on break?
I make a phone call.
Yeah, Drew's got to make... Oh,
I dug a page twice, 3 times here.
how dare they?
Yeah.
What? Who paid you?
I don't know. Have to find out.
Well, hold on. Let me sell this call. Philip?
Yeah.
Drew, don't call people back so fast. It makes them think you're going to call back fast next time.
I know, but it's an emergency line.
Yeah. How many of those emergencies are actual emergencies?
1 out of 10.
10?
You
1
got
out of 10.
statistics, don't you?
1 out of 10 or 1 out of 20 with you?
Drew, do you just make
Maybe
these
when I-
up, or
He
do you
makes
really
them up.
have
This
them
is
somewhere?
ballpark.
I've heard him
So
page
who
the-
did this? Who did this study?
No, this is just me.
Oh, okay.
What
In
happens
general.
to me.
Okay.
I've heard you page 1,000 times, never been anything serious with anyone under 90. Philip,
Yeah.
you're 25.
Yes.
All right, you have one testicle?
No, I have one swollen testicle.
I see. How'd you do that?
It's a good question. I noticed it about a year ago, and I went to the clinic about it, and they told me that it was normal for one to be larger than the other.
Oh, there you go.
All right, that's no fun. I'm not so interested in that call. Just let me talk to one person. We'll go to break. I'll sell it. I'll do that back sell thing. You know that radio thing you do, Drew? That good radio thing that we never do? Cody?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. Are you drunk?
No, sir.
Head injury.
Head injury. Great. All right, I'll see you in hell. Fantastic. All right, yeah, what happened?
I was 19. I was riding a 3-wheel all-terrain vehicle.
Oh, Jesus
and
Christ.
I wasn't wearing a helmet, and somehow I flipped off and hit my head on a rock. And I spent 9 months in the hospital in Oklahoma for a head injury.
No, that ruined the camping trip for everyone else.
Yeah, so...
Oh, that's horrible. Those things, those ATV vehicles, they're crazy. People just roll those all over the place. Hey,
Yeah.
Cody?
Yes, sir.
You doing all right now?
Yes, sir.
Hey, if it's any consolation, you're still smarter than 3/4 of the people that call this show,
Yes, I
even
was
with
gonna
that
say
head
that.
trauma. You're more lucid than the average person who calls this show, even with your horrible injuries. So hold on a second, Cody,
Yes, sir.
because I'm going to cure you when we come back, all right? Can I promise that? All right, we have Valarie and Richard from Dark Angel. Hey, Drew, come on. Let me finish up. Anyway, we'll be back. Hey, Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. Valarie Ray Miller and Richard Gunn are both here from Dark Angel. Tuesday nights, Fox. The number one hit show of the new season. Drew, who's the page from? I know. Then don't make more of it than it was.
I had an itchy rash.
Yes? Emergency?
Don't even know yet.
Don't know? What do you do?
Not answering their phone, answering machines.
It's not even that important.
And then
that they would
don't even start me.
For that,
Okay,
he
okay.
had to
My
scoot
favorite
out.
thing is when I call and the line's busy. That's my favorite.
Because they're trying to page you again.
No,
No.
they're talking to mom.
Now, let me tell you something about Drew.
Okay.
He is a soft touch. He is...
So you're a nice guy, Drew.
yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's a nice guy, and he's a passionate man as well. Don't let the nice guy
Right,
fool
right.
you. He likes the ladies.
But
oh,
you
yes.
need somebody to... If you need somebody to put some smack down, you know me now. I got you.
He cannot...
Exactly.
Got my way.
Thank you.
He cannot put or do the smackdown. I don't know which context is correct. I smacked down twice yesterday, by the way, before I came to the studio.
Good for you.
I'm saving my smackdown session for later tonight.
Did smack and done smacked.
I did and done smack. Drew does not put the smack down. Instead, he sees and gets angry inside. And then he, too, when you were 19 years old,
Yes, sir.
riding one of those 3-wheel ATVs.
I wasn't wearing a helmet neither.
No helmet. You know the problem with those ATVs that makes them so dangerous is I've been camping, I've been desert riding a million times with all these construction guys the whole life. And
Yes,
the thing about when a guy gets on a dirt bike in the desert, he looks at the dirt bike as, okay, I'm going to put my helmet on, I'm going to put my gear on, I'm going to dirt bike riding.
Right.
They look at the ATV as sort of a shuttle. It's like, I'm not going to do any riding. I'm just going to go over to the snack stand and grab something. Or I'm going to head over down here. They're like a golf cart almost.
Like a mini
and
car.
they get on it, and they're barefoot. They're wearing a pair of Zoris and
Going
some
40 miles an
shorts.
hour.
And they're going down the road because they're going to the John or the snack stand or something. But before you know it, they're hot dogging it a little bit and whacking their head on a rock.
It just kind of creeps
Yeah,
up
it
on
kind
you.
of draws you in. Whereas like the dirt bike, you don't get on it in your shorts.
Because it looks more dangerous. It's more inherently dangerous.
This thing, you see kids putting around on these things that are 4.5 riding these things in a pair of shorts around the campsite. Cody, what happened with you?
I was in, I don't know what happened. I just flipped off of it, I guess. The police report says I hit a rock and lost control, but that's all the memory I have of it.
And then you were in the hospital for 9 months, did you say?
Yes, sir.
And what did they have to do to you?
I had 3 craniotomies and a tracheotomy.
Wow.
Wow. The craniotomies where they remove a bird from your head, Drew, or how's that? What is that? What is a cranium? Pull the cranium off?
This is the cranium.
Take that off?
Extract it.
Bad times.
Yeah, I have 2 burrow holes, too.
Burr holes.
To relieve the pressure?
Yeah.
Pull the blood out.
Yeah, 'cause your head starts swelling. They got to drill holes in it. I could go with one of those.
Permanent holes?
Sometimes.
Hey,
burr holes are.
Hey, Cody.
Yes, sir.
You know, as they were fixing to do the third craniotomy, I would have piped up at that point. I don't care what kind of condition I was in. Listen, this is the last time you're pulling the crane off. You understand? The cranium.
Just put like a stopper in.
All right, unless you're going to put some Velcro on it, this is it. So whatever you got to do it. Should have done it the first time.
Well, they told my mom this was the last operation, and from then there, I would live or die.
Wow. So you're very lucky to be here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now what do? You?
I don't work. I just sit at home, basically.
Are you able to function? How's your body working?
My body, physically, I'm fine.
You are.
I have a little subluxation in my right arm where it was drawn up to my chin through my stay at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And that's basically it. I got a cut on my shoulder.
But Cody.
Yes, sir.
See, it's kind of interesting, your condition, not in a good way, but as someone who's born with retardation, for instance, doesn't know any different world. You know what I mean? It's a difference between being blind at birth and going blind at 19.
Yeah.
You know what it's like to have full function and capacity.
Yes, sir.
And
I do.
you're also you're in good enough shape. Thank God that you're aware that you're in bad shape.
Yeah.
Is that frustrating to you?
Oh, very frustrating. Suicide is a constant thought.
But you know, you really, and I know it sounds like I was kidding, but if your body is functional. And it sounds, you don't sound, we've heard worse.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Drew's wife is worse. We really have heard worse on this show.
Have you been listening tonight? There have been a couple worse already.
Yeah. And it seems like with, rehabilitation and what have you, your body's working. I mean, it seems like you can have a decent life. What are the side effects beside the mental capacity being diminished?
No, I don't have any physical limitations.
Good. How's the penis?
Oh, it's fine. It works, I guess.
Okay.
Not very well, but it works.
Yeah. Now,
are you on any medications?
I'm on Tegretol.
That shouldn't do much of that.
Is that for seizures?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm turning into a goddamn
And
doctor.
luckily, I haven't had seizure yet.
All right.
So why don't you think the penis is cooperating?
I don't know. I feel, I just want more than just the sex. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There has to be some kind of love.
You want a blowjob?
Oh,
I see. Right. No, of course.
He's looking for a relationship.
I was talking about a handy or something like that.
Menage a trois.
Yeah. So listen, Cody, here's the good news. I know you think your disability is probably getting in the way of this, but women are remarkably mature. Mm-hmm. I knew a guy who was in a wheelchair, had the best looking. His girlfriend was Erica Laniak. It was the most beautiful blonde woman. She was on Baywatch, for Christ's sake. She was a playmate. I knew this guy. This is before, he was in a wheelchair.
I had crushes on 2 different guys that were totally hot in wheelchairs.
Really?
Yeah.
Larry
One of them
Flynn
actually
and-
supposed to go out with one of them, and he just kind of chickened out, and he kind of stood me up. But
Really?
I really liked him.
Really?
Yeah, really.
You know, those guys,
So cool.
they drive vans, all of them, so you know.
Yeah,
You know what you're in
they're
for.
good.
It's like
If you hang out with them, if you ever have to go to IKEA, you always got to ride.
park
and
right
throw
out
stuff
front.
In there, right?
You got a nice van. You get to park right out front. Hey, Cody.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you're looking for a more substantial relationship.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir, I am.
But don't you think that part of that is just because of what your life has become, not because not that you have your diminished capacity mentally, but that you're unable to work, and I know it goes hand in hand, but you're living at home.
How do you
know
meet
what I mean?
people? How do you meet people? Do you take classes, or are you in any organization so you can meet other people?
I was in a couple of at Front Range College. I was in a couple of classes there, but I dropped them real quick because I had trouble getting to the bus, then taking the bus to Boulder, then finding my...
That was at junior college?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't find the curriculum challenging enough, I think is what he's saying about junior college.
You got to get into some things where you can meet people.
Yeah, Cody, there's no easy answer other than you're alive, your body works. I mean, think about all those poor sons of bitches who did exactly what you did, who were paralyzed. Well, don't get me wrong, you're not super lucky.
But
I'm lucky to be alive, I understand.
Right, and you're lucky to have use of your limbs.
Yeah.
Most people who went through what you went through are bad from the neck down, you know?
Yes, sir.
All right, so use the internet and, you know, try to, I mean, you can try to find something you can do and you know, I don't know. I mean, in a way, Drew, stop me if I'm wrong here, but we talk to people that are in Cody's shape without Cody's condition all the time.
Exactly.
They're depressed, they're living at home, they're in between jobs, they can't get anything going. I think women respond more to that than the injury.
Exactly. I totally agree with that.
If this guy had the injury but yet was working, taking care of his stuff.
And you had interest in something and you were really trying to do something, and then maybe we could connect on some sort of, like, you know, level deeper than just, oh, hi, you're a guy.
For a guy, if this was a woman, if she was hot, it'd be even better. Better than a regular chick.
Sure.
It's like, hey, she can barely talk. Dude.
I'm here to tell you, for some women, we're okay with that, too.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be you know, really super, like, hot chick who has a little problem there.
The more damage the goods, you know, the lower, easier the target. The more guys are on top of it.
Right. We love to find an old junker that we can fix up. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not, I don't know if there's a junker. It's that if they're lagging behind the pack somehow. It's like a lion going after a troop of gazelle.
Easy prey, yeah. Because what they look at it is, it's like this. It's like, you ever go to the stereo store, the appliance store, whatever, and you find something with a dent in it, but it's twice as cheap? And you go, great, that dent's up against the counter side. I won't even see that. I'm getting that microwave, that fridge, that stereo, whatever it is. That's a score.
It's on sale.
Yeah, if a guy to be able to find a girl like this who was good looking and had a little trouble, that's a score. Because he's doing better than he could do.
Yeah, but then you'd have to babysit her.
Fine. I just put a bowl of water out, chain her to the radiator. I'm going to Vegas for a week. You got enough kibble, honey? Hey, don't crap up the living room this time. Do it on the wood. For Christ's sake, it sinks right into the padding under the carpet there. Mike?
Nice.
Hello? Yeah, I should start a home for the mentally challenged. All right, listen, I'm going to deadbolt the place. You guys got kibble and water. I turned the fan on because it's kind of hot outside.
Stay with
going
the
to Vegas to watch the fight.
Lucky Charms theme. Go on.
That's why you know so much about Viagra, all these damaged goods. Sometimes you don't think it's so easy to get it up.
How dare you? She feels threatened by my masculinity, so she's lashing out. Mike?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, you're 25. What's up?
What's up? Who's the guest?
We have Valarie and Richard both here from Dark Angel.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, man. How are you?
You ever watch that Dark Angel?
Well, I've seen the commercials, but honestly, I haven't seen the show.
Everyone has seen the commercial.
Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. You just
All
missed
right,
it.
I'll tune in.
Cool, man.
And there's a guy in a wheelchair in it, too.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, he's hot.
All right, that's the guy you want to date. Yeah. What's up there, Mike?
Hey, well, before I get to my question, I wanted to tell Drew that when I voted a couple weeks ago, I put his name down on the write-in ballot.
Wow.
So I know you didn't really qualify, but...
You're the one that messed up the election.
So you deserve it. You could do better than them, I'm sure.
Probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, my question was about when I masturbate, it seems that I get constipated. Like if I feel like I have to use the bathroom. and I masturbate before that, it constipates me sometimes for like a day.
Well, you know what?
It gets sucked back in or something.
Well, no, it's not sucked back in so much as what can happen is
no, it happened. I pulled part of the comforter out me once. That's why.
But it came right out again.
No, the only way I could get it out was to slam it in the door and then get a running start with the slap.
I said it, but it came out.
Yeah.
Oh, it came out,
but it was unusable.
3 foot about.
You had to burn it.
It took
Ew.
with it, yeah.
Well,
Here's
what can happen, though, is that you can inflame your prostate. Your prostate can enlarge, and that can make it difficult for a stool to pass.
Mm-hmm.
And so if he's spending a lot of time masturbating and doing funny, stimulating things without releasing, that irritates the prostate.
He had the kind of voice that would say that he was doing a lot of funny things in a long pre-jack ritual.
Intense, funny things.
Yes. That ritual is, the prostate likes regular, frequent, rapid release.
That's why I have the
Carolla method.
prostate of an 11-year-old.
That's
I've said
right.
it many times. Yeah, it does happen every once in a while. I won't get into it with Drew because he won't admit to it. But Richard, I know you masturbate like a madman up there. Canada when you're filming this show. And I'd say about once every 15th or 16th session, so every other day, when I'm sitting down to take care of myself, you get down there, you know what I'm saying, Rich, and you're like, oh, Christ, I got to take a leak. And then you go, oh, man, I already got the boner.
Yeah, I'll just work it out first.
I could go take the leak. I got to wait for the boner to go away. But I could whack off. It's not going to be that good if I got to take a leak, though.
But you got the Viagra, so the boner will
stay. I know. I'm hopped up on that Viagra. Yeah. Use it as a suppository, urethra suppository, and a rectal suppository, as well as taking it orally, nasally, and lobally through the ear.
Every orifice.
I think I've learned far more about Adam than I ever cared to
What I
know.
do with Viagra is I grind it up, I put it into a humidifier, and I let it run in the room so that I actually absorb the Viagra through the pores, through the eyes. Right, Drew?
Nice.
So he's permanently stiff, like he's been starched.
That's right.
That's
right. Ancient Chinese secret. All right, Valarie and Rich are both here from Dark Angel, Tuesday nights, Fox.
Just to think he used to waste all that money on rhino horn.
Yeah, I've moved on. Spanish fly, rhino horn, and now on to the Viagra. We'll be back after this. Yep, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Valarie Ray Miller and Richard Gunn are both here from Dark Angel on Fox, 9 o'clock, Tuesday nights. The really biggest hit of the new year. I can't name a show that's got more good press, publicity. And boy, they're really behind this show. I mean, James Cameron, and they put more. I heard the pilot was like $7-8 million or something like that.
10.
Jeez, just like the Man Show.
How dare you make fun of the Man Show? That's right. But we put a lot of love in our show. Yeah, we don't have the big budget, but I mean, it's really like making a movie once a week.
Exactly. It's a lot of work.
I mean, not that many years ago. I know everyone's used to the $100 million budget now, but just go back 10 or 15 years. Go back to the mid '80s, and you talk about $10 million for the budget of a film. That's pretty healthy budget. And you're shooting it. I mean, it's like, right?
It's a big
It's like making a film every a weekly film.
Yep.
Seems horribly ambitious to me. I want no part of it.
It takes them about 9 days to do one.
At least.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of hours, even with 9 days. It's far more than what the average 1 hour show takes to do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Drew, how many of those 1 hour Loveline episodes would we do in a day?
4, 6.
Wow.
4.
With all the special
4
effects?
minimum.
4 in 1 day. 4 in 1 day in about 6.5 hours.
And we'd start at 1 in the afternoon, and there'd be huge breaks.
Yeah, big long lunches. Yeah, I mean, in 4 1-hour episodes. Jesus Christ. Oh, who knows what the budget was. Hey, Drew, you want to reconsider your options over there?
How about that?
Robert?
Yes?
Hey, you're 13.
Yeah.
What's up, Sparky?
Oh, not much. I just wanted to congratulate the Dark Angel. You watch that tonight. That was kick.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robert.
You got a great voice, Robert.
Thanks.
Yeah,
You're
wait
welcome.
till his nuts drop. You're really going to like it.
And my other question is that my brother, I don't do drugs, but my brother does. And so he wanted me to pee in a bag for him so he could take it.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
And I was just wondering, because it's really making me feel...
Wait a minute. What kind of bag? Duffel bag, gym bag?
He wants to use his urine.
Wants to use
For
his
a urine sample.
For evil?
Yeah.
For evil.
I used urine for evil when I was young.
I know you
regret
did.
every day of it now. I really do.
Don't do it.
We use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
I had to defend myself against other urine.
His brother doesn't want to pour it on people.
Oh, he doesn't want to pour it on people?
No.
But you're allowing him, you're enabling him to continue his drug addiction.
Exactly.
That's a bad thing. It's going to hurt him.
But what?
He got me started smoking and stuff like that a long time ago.
Smoking what?
No, just cigarettes.
Is he threatening to physically harm you if you don't provide him with
No,
urine?
not at all. But
How old is he, did you say?
he's 20.
Sounds like a dynamite individual.
He should know better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to get my brother started. I'll get him smoking at 11, and he'll graduate. They'll graduate. Oh, I'll get him smoking cigarettes at 9. He'll graduate into whizzing into a water balloon.
Yeah.
By the time he's 13.
Well, he won't be making you do any
Fantastic.
drugs or trying to get you to do any drugs if he wants to use your urine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, next thing, he's what, 20?
Yes.
So I'd say when he's like 23, 24, he's going to come back. Hey, making some gay porn. Drop your pants, see what you got down there. Fantastic. Yeah, I got a job for you.
Yeah, he's not. He needs to get caught. It's going to help him hopefully get access to treatment.
What is he trying to do? Is he trying to get a job?
Yeah, because he is going to college right now, and
Hold on, this is junior college.
no.
4-year college?
Yeah.
Where?
At, I don't know, some tech school.
Tech school?
There's lots of drugs in 4-year college.
Yeah. Listen, right?
It's welding school.
Yeah. Where he's repairing welding.
Yeah.
Where he might be
equipment. He's not even
using
using the
instruments that could harm him or others.
Yeah, no, he's...
He don't need to be doing drugs.
He's been doing drugs since he was young, because he didn't get along with his dad or my mom.
All right, but Robert, the sheer fact that guy got you started smoking at 9.
Yeah.
How do you smoke at 9? How does that work?
It doesn't.
What do you do now?
I have
You
a patient.
smoke?
No, I quit it all.
Good for you.
I have a Mexican patient started smoking when she was
You're welcome.
when she was 8.
Oh, sure.
She's now 93.
That's the average age in Mexico to begin
She's been
smoking.
smoking 2 packs a day, and her parents gave her cigarettes to smoke because they had no food and it suppressed their appetite, so the kids weren't so uncomfortable.
I'm going to do that with my kids.
She's 93 and she's been smoking her whole
2
life?
packs a day since she was 8.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's bizarre.
She's fine, but she killed a family of 8 with their secondhand smoke.
Exactly.
All right, hey, Robert.
Yeah.
Don't pee in anything.
Okay.
I'll tell you, thank you.
You're the better man.
One of my greater urination stories from high school, speaking of peeing and stuff, my buddy, geez,
Ray.
Okay, it was Ray.
Yeah.
I didn't want to mention his name. He's tired of hearing it from other people. But he took a leak. I've told you this one, I think, Drew. But
I didn't hear it. Come on.
He took a leak in like a cup, like a paper cup. And he thought he was going to throw it on my head, you know?
Like you normally did. Like you usually did with pee.
Yeah, because it was Tuesday at noon, and it was time
That's
for me to
what
get
you
a
do.
pee on the head.
bucket of urine on the head.
Yeah.
And we're running around my house, and he had somehow set this cup of urine down on like the kitchen counter, and the fight then broke out outside the house and ran in and ran out. Anyway, now I was in the house, and he was locked out of the house, basically, and he was creeping around the house trying to find a way in to use his urine cup. And we had this, the window was broken in our, bad sign, by the way, when, here's how you know you're white trash. When you break a window and you start putting stuff up in place of glass, you know how it is, you blow out, you throw a softball through a window, so you take the cutting board, which fits quite nicely in the same spot. Anything but go down to the goddamn hardware store and drop $4 on a piece of glass. That's all right. Well, but get some foil, put a skateboard up there.
Very creative people like trash.
So why can't you just go down and get a new piece of glass? But when you're white trash, you don't do that. So
You have to make use of the junk pile in your backyard.
We got to start thinning the junk out. We're getting rats back there. So we had a metal grate. It was like a kind of piece of like steel with holes in it, and you couldn't see through it. When you're inside the house and it was light outside, you could see through perfectly. But when you're outside, it looked black.
But you still get the draft.
Ray put his head right up against the thing, and he cupped his hands on each side of his eyes so he could cut the light to see. And I just stood there holding that big cup of urine. And when his nose got pushed far enough against the grate where I could see part of it poking through my side, I whipped it at him in a baseball-type maneuver and blinded him. I mean, almost detached his retina.
That was great. Sound effect, Anderson.
Drew, you know me. Now picture me at 17. How happy was I with myself at that point?
It's like the chimpanzees.
Like,
Wait, you said 17. I thought you were like 12 or something.
no. Could have been 18. I was like, You know what Snoopy
Never
is
too old
when
for
Charlie
you
Brown
and
comes
Clay.
home? That's how it was. All right, we're going to take ourselves a break talking about Dark Angel tonight, and we'll be back after this.
Loveline. 1-800-LOVE-191. Back in a minute.
Hi, this is Brendan from Wheatus, and you're listening to Loveline on 94.7 NRK.
Hey, Loveline, hottest 120 minutes on radio. Yeah. That's good radio there. Snuck that right in the beat. Talking to Richard Gunn and Valarie Ray Miller, both from Dark Angel. Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock on Fox. Drew is, God knows where, maybe another page or something.
Yeah, he's got business.
Yeah. He really takes his show seriously. I brought this up.
Itchy rash.
I haven't brought this up in a while, but isn't it a travesty that we get paid the same amount? Oh, here he is. There you are, Drew.
Hi, Drew.
How are you? Hey, buddy. Ready to rock here?
Let's go.
Everclear tomorrow night. Always good to see the guys from Everclear, so they'll be here tomorrow night. And Jeff?
Yeah.
You're 19. What's up?
Yeah, I just quit doing drugs and drinking and everything like a week ago.
Good for you.
Very good.
And ever since then, I've been having kind of like blackouts just for like a second. And I was wondering if that's normal or if that happens to...
You can't stop. If you've been alcohol and what other drug were you using?
What, excuse me?
Alcohol and what other drug were you using?
Oh, I was just... I would take weed and prescription pills.
Are you still tremulous? You still shaking a lot?
Yeah, I get nervous and...
And what prescription pill were you taking?
Vicodin, Xanax, anything...
Yeah, you could really have seizures at this stage. This is not something you do without being supervised.
Yeah.
Okay, people die of alcohol withdrawal. People don't realize that. But, in fact,
really? I'm in like AA programs and
that's great, but call people in the program, call a sponsor, and tell them you talk to a doctor. You need to be seen because you need to be covered for seizure.
Yeah, but what about 1 week after you quit? Are you out of... what's the most dangerous time? Is it the next day?
It's about... There's a peak at about 4 or 5 days, but he's benzodiazepine and alcohol.
Yeah.
And there is a second peak 10 to 14 days out.
Oh, really?
And actually the risk for seizure from the Xanax and stuff he's doing is actually increasing right now.
So it doesn't just go off incrementally?
2 peaks.
Oh. Interesting. And
especially with the Xanax.
How long does it take to filter out of your body, out of your system?
2 hours. It's just your brain has been altered, and it takes a year for the brain to go back to normal. And the withdrawal part of the stabilization takes a couple of weeks.
Hey, Jeff?
That's why this has to be medically supervised. And some people document fatality rates with DTs, true DTs, at 60%.
So I should go talk to my doctor?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just my family doctor?
Either that or go by an emergency room, or even right now, and talk about what's happening here. They should be able to give you something to cover you.
Well, is a blackout some sort of precursor to the seizure?
Probably is small seizures.
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty much into the substance, right?
Yeah.
How'd you quit without a program or
Well, he's going to community program.
Well, I know, but he was on a lot of stuff. He didn't have to detox or anything. I mean, go in-house.
I got put in jail for...
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Now, see?
He went in-house.
So you quit cold turkey.
Yeah, that was him going into the jail, except for it was more
No
of a,
clink.
It was a trunk,
We
I
needed
think
a
is what
clink,
it was.
but I believed it.
Yeah, it's funny. I was thinking, well, geez, how'd this guy... didn't sound like the kind of guy who would just quit on his own at 19, but he went into the can.
Slammer.
But it's good for you. You can do it.
Oh, yeah. And look
See
at it
doctor.
this way. Short 51 weeks from now, your brain will be right back to normal.
Well, you stay with the program, you get better.
So,
Exactly.
there you go. Mike?
Hi.
Hey, you're 18. What's up?
Just for starters, Drew, you said on the show that the brain develops through the ages of 11 and 17.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I've heard you say, it was not long ago, a couple of days ago, that the brain develops through the ages of 11 and 17. Is that true?
No. The brain develops right until 21.
What about...
What's that?
Why 11 and 17?
Yeah, well, I understand.
Through the ages of 11 and 17.
Between them.
What's happening before 11?
I have no idea.
Your brain's developing, okay?
Okay.
Of
It
course.
goes right on to your 21.
Maybe that was...
When do you think all those Japanese kids learn to play the violin? That's not after 11, smartass.
Okay.
But what's
dare
your
you.
question?
Basically, my question is, well, I was going to ask if smoking pot, like chronically smoking pot through those ages could affect sexual development.
You mean sexual identity?
I guess that's what you call it, yes. Preference.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Remember I was saying earlier there, I think it was Cody called in, had himself a little head trauma. Told him, don't worry, there's people with no trauma that are in worse shape than you are. I think we may have found our match with Mike over here.
Well, that was another question. If pot smoking can cause permanent damage, or because I was under the impression that smoking pot, chronically smoking pot can't cause any kind of permanent damage.
But
it's actually debatable.
But it's like this. I don't want to sound like I'm too high on my horse here, because Lord knows I smoke a little weed once in a while. But if you took a kid who was 11, locked him in the closet and played him the same Smashing Pumpkins CD until he was 18 and then let him out of the closet, it seemed like he had brain damage.
Well,
even if his brain wasn't physically damaged, he was deprived.
That is exactly right.
Input.
It blocks the usual developmental process to some extent. It also has been shown on radiographic procedures to actually cause certain areas of shrinkage of the brain. There is growing evidence some of that may be permanent. I'm not convinced. It looks to me like most of that's reversible, but in the meantime, you've missed all the developmental milestones of adolescence and are left with difficulty managing feelings.
And you don't want to do anything but sit around your house. You're missing life, buddy.
Because I have smoked a lot of pot, and like when it comes down to like standardized tests, I do just as good as my sister who hasn't smoked any.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
it does
emotional development.
Yeah, it tends not to affect intellect so much.
Well,
It can affect memory. It can, but
she's into crack, by the way.
but it's more. We're really talking about your emotional development, your personality development.
You're missing life by doing that all the time.
Oh, hold on. Let me defend that. Mike, I've been outside. It's no big deal. Nothing. They always talk about how great it is. Listen, you're parking,
It's overrated.
you get a parking ticket and a bad hot dog, you go home crying. That's it. It's one big line out there, brother. You stay home.
Okay.
You got cable?
Actually, I don't have a TV now.
Oh, now you got problems.
Well, you wouldn't be able to pay the bills anyway.
What are you supposed to do without TV when you're smoking a lot of pot?
Yeah.
Well, I know it's kind of weird, actually. I've been reading lately, but
All right. You're fine. Now, what was your question? Was that your question?
Well, basically, I don't know don't know what sex I prefer, and I know that sounds really strange, but
No, it doesn't.
I don't know how to go about.
Should trial and error.
And I've kind of done that, and I'm kind of a nice guy, so I don't like to do that because I feel like I'm using people. And
yeah, well, you don't have to worry about the guys.
They're getting something out of it.
Yeah.
Well, now look, is it that you have difficulty connecting with people and don't really feel like intimacy is important to you?
I think that has
because I get that definite feel from you. I've known several patients who it's like they just can't connect, and so it's like it could be this is like one step below zoophilia. Humans are like not that important to them. This is their perception of it.
He's one step,
male, female,
one
whatever.
step below banging a
You're talking
sheep.
about
One step away from.
Oh, one step away.
Scavenger.
Not necessarily.
Scavenger.
Not necessarily sociopath, but you can see how that tendency could be there.
All right, but wait a
It's so
minute.
weird. You guys are always so right, because I don't miss people. I don't. People always say, "Did you miss me?" And it's a strange
Were you
concept.
like left severely abandoned when you were like young child?
My parents divorced, but that's about it.
Does it
How old
maybe
were you?
That can have serious effects.
Yeah, how old were you?
I don't know, 3.
All right, but are you living at home now?
No, I'm on my own.
I see. And things are going great? You have no TV?
Smoke pot and you just have sex with everybody.
He reads.
All right.
Not that bad.
Mike, all right. So you're off the weed, right?
Well, no, not really. No,
All right.
I mean,
What?
I've been smoking up till yesterday. I haven't smoked any today, but
Oh, okay.
That'll distance you from humanity.
That's true.
Yeah, you're
That's
cured.
true.
You're cured.
Here's the deal, Mike. There's now tremendous fields of study about how people regulate their emotional world.
And one thing that's very clear is the ability to connect with other people is actually what activates emotional growth. The presence of another person available for you is what allows us to tolerate feelings that we otherwise couldn't tolerate, allows us to develop emotionally. Without that connection, we develop lots of defensive strategies. But unless you can find a way to connect, it's going to be a very empty existence for you. You've got to give people an opportunity to kind of let them in emotionally, or else the only thing you're going to have to regulate your emotional world is pot, or later something heavier, I predict.
All right, let's talk to Michael, who's 16. Michael?
Yes?
What's up?
Yeah, I've been masturbating since I was 12.
Mm-hmm.
And...
You're healthy.
16.
Yeah.
And it was really serious. I mean, serious masturbating, like 5 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I first found out what an orgasm was because
Because it landed on your belly?
No, because...
Jacking off feverishly since 12, and you first learned of the orgasm at what?
No, it happened before. The reason why I started masturbating was because I put my, I had my cat, and I tried rubbing against it real hard and stuff, and I had an orgasm. And that's what started me.
Did you say your cat?
Was this when you were 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to bang the bejesus out of Norman. That was a calico we had growing up.
Well, about 2 years ago, I wasn't getting, like, anything out of it or anything. I wasn't ejaculating, getting orgasm. So I, like, went into masochism.
Right.
And, like...
What did you do?
Like, I'll tie strings and stuff around my penis.
Mm-hmm. You did a puppet move? Done that?
Yeah.
The girls like that.
So, yeah, so it gets bigger.
You needed a little top hat and a cane.
I got no strings.
That's right. Great.
And, like...
Did you hurt yourself?
Yeah.
Hey,
what'd you do?
Huh?
What happened?
Well, like, after a while, it can tear the skin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can imagine that.
Are you on medication, Michael?
No.
Are you supposed to be?
I was.
No. Why aren't you getting back into the proper care
I'm going to
again?
bring up young Cody who had the head trauma again. Remember that?
Yeah.
Very prophetic.
I was on Ritalin, but I was allergic to it.
Yeah, well, you need to get... That was not a psychiatrist that prescribed that, was it?
Huh?
Was that a psychiatrist that prescribed that, or a pediatrician?
Psychiatrist.
Okay, you need to get back into their care again. You need to talk about this stuff.
Mike, I'm more interested in you having your way with the cat.
Well, this is another thing, too.
Yeah, well,
But the cat ceased to do it for him.
Yeah, hold on a second, though. You're hard pressed to get your cat, on your lap, much less hump it. You know what I mean? Cats aren't very agreeable creatures. You might as well try raping a raccoon while you're at it. How the hell did your cat hold still long enough?
She's declawed.
He mastered it. He mastered the cat.
His declaw.
Oh,
He tackled
whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what'd you do? I mean, you had to wrestle the cat, right?
I don't know. I just had to hold it.
Your cat is traumatized, dude.
Maybe the cat liked it.
Does the cat still come around you? Oops.
Hardly.
All right. Michael's giving me the creeps. What do you think?
Yeah, Michael needs some help.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you need to stop hurting your body with strings.
Do you want to see if he had the requisite history here for sexual compulsion?
I don't know. He sounds... Michael.
Yeah?
Were you ever raped or abused?
When I was little, like kindergarten.
What happened?
Well, I lived in an Air Force base, and there's like 12-year-olds and everything. They're like huge kids to me. They had some secret club, and I always wanted to be in that club. And like they make me like strip in front of them.
Yeah.
And like one guy, he's trying to get me to insert my penis into his ass. And
Right. All right. So this is where it came from.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, just growing up on an Air Force base is cause enough for therapy. It really is. Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Listen, you got to get back with the program.
You back in the treatment.
The psychiatrist. You got to get on the right medication.
The thing is, like, girls won't even. I don't know.
Good.
Those problems will be solved though after
Listen,
you get treatment.
can you blame them? You're humping cats and tying fishing string around your door.
I mean, even girls won't work out with me. I mean, like
I know. Good.
They don't do anything.
That's God's plan.
Exactly.
You don't want you having any kids.
You don't need to be doing that right now anyway. You need
if
to
you
worry
get
about
your-
treatment.
If you get your mind healthy, then everything will follow after that.
People will be attracted to you when you
Exactly.
start feeling better about yourself.
Yep. Yes, they will. Yeah, but he's got to get on his medication. He's got to go back to a psychiatrist.
Or you get no play.
That's right. Michelle?
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, imagine, you guys look back, Richard and Drew, you look back at yourself in high school and go, geez, what a piece of work. Right? I mean, you roll your eyes. You think of yourself, you realize, oh, my God, no wonder I wasn't getting any tail in high school.
Comparatively, I was okay.
But you weren't raping any pets.
No, I wasn't raping pets. I wasn't tying fishing line around.
So Michael's going to look back to his high school days and go, yeah, no wonder. Michelle?
Yeah?
You're
Hi,
17.
Michelle.
What's up?
Hi, I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that you can take multiple doses of birth control pills
Certain ones.
instead of the morning after pill.
Certain ones.
Which ones?
Well, basically the ones that have levonorgestrel. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the Prevent pill is ethinyl estradiol and levonorgestrel.
Sure.
And I think Plan B is just levonorgestrel. So that's what you want to look for. And so low overall, a less, even the triphasic pill, some of them you can take.
Why? Which one do you have?
I take multiple doses.
For morning after pill.
I'm on Ortho Novum 777, so that won't work.
I'd have to, shoot, I don't have a PDR here, but I have to look at what's in it. But I don't think that would work.
Okay.
You really? Why don't you just get the morning after pill? But wait, you're on the pill. Why are you even worrying about it?
Well, sometimes, I just want to make sure, I'm just...
Wait a minute. Whoa. Did you miss a day? Wait a minute. Michelle, if there were a more certain way to take the pill, we would recommend you to do that. You're only going to screw things up if you alter the way you take the birth control pill.
Okay.
You take it at the same time every day.
Right.
And if you use any other medications concurrently, make sure you use a condom also.
Okay.
All right. That's it.
If you're taking the pill right, you're not pregnant.
You're not.
Are you worried that are you worried that you're pregnant now?
No, I'm not worried now. I just like to be very safe.
All right.
Good.
Practice safe sex. Stay on the
Yeah,
pill.
have a condom and be on the pill.
You're not getting pregnant.
Where could I get the morning after pill from?
Any pharmacy.
You don't need to stockpile that stuff.
Well, it's not a bad idea.
You think?
Yeah, if women have that.
I was just curious if I ever needed to.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea to have that. That's a reasonable thing to have around.
All right, Michelle.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. See, our callers, they break off into these two categories, which is one's like Michelle over here, who are extra safe and extra paranoid, and then they're the ones who are like,
are doing their cat. Exactly.
They're doing the cat. The women are like, he came, in and on me, but he was drunk, and I don't think that sperm is works when you're drunk.
Yeah, we use condoms sometimes.
Yeah.
I think Michelle should have condoms and be on the pill if you're that worried about it. I think that's the best thing to do.
Yep, that is.
Yeah, but not for the boyfriend. Kagan?
Cares.
Keegan?
Yeah, it's Kagan. You got it right.
Kagan, great. You're 15. What's up?
Yeah, I just want to say hi to the cast.
Hey, man, how you doing?
How are you doing?
I love your show. It's a great show.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
I'm watching it since the beginning. It's great.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Thank you.
Good looking out, man.
Yeah, so, what are your two characters? I'm sorry, I don't really know.
Sketchy.
And original Cindy.
Okay, yeah. I love your characters.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, so.
We like you.
Taking notes? Yeah, okay,
You all right,
yeah.
Kagan?
Yeah.
You got a deadline for the school newspaper or something? You got to put this to bed?
Just want to say hi.
All right.
Well, hi. Thank you.
Where are you calling from, Kagan?
California. I'm in Pasadena.
Oh, cool. Kagan?
Drew's going to give you a tap on the horn as he drives by your place on the way home tonight.
Way home tonight, sure enough.
Hi, Kagan.
Yeah.
Who's the, I'm trying to think of the guy I hate so much on PBS. Huell Hauser, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know who Huell Hauser is?
Oh. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do. How do you know who Huell Hauser is?
Well, my mom loves KCET.
I see.
Sometimes she's on.
Thank you. Okay. Just checking from Pasadena.
15-year-old.
15.
And thank you for watching the show.
43 and from Pasadena.
I don't think he tried to get it on with his cat.
No. Oh, my God, that poor cat. That cat is probably sitting in a kitty therapist's office right now. Oh, you want to know why my fur's a mess? I'll tell you. You really want to know? You want to know why I'm dragging this throw pillow?
I can't wash it.
Oh, it's just cat.
You know, speaking of therapists, I was reading...
Worst cat to rape. The worst animal to rape's a cat. It really is. Worst.
Yeah, well, squirrel. Man, squirrel.
No, believe you me. Of the domesticated.
Of the domesticated cats, I agree with you. But
yeah,
listen,
raccoon and squirrel in the wild, in a pinch.
The most
camping,
popular
something
one
like
is
that.
the hamster, guinea pig.
Hamster, guinea pig, dog, sheep,
You always see dogs on the internet.
chickens, things like that.
Horse on the internet. I've seen
Horse fine, a little intimidating.
What do you spend your time doing, Valerie?
that. Reading.
On the internet. But I was Diane Wallerstein's book about divorce. I just happened to be flipping through it tonight, and it was interesting. She was making a point that one of the things that kids get affected by most by divorce is that their mother becomes less available to them after a family dissolves. And so really many children of divorced family report the loss of their mother, feeling the complete loss of her availability and detachment from her as a result of the divorce.
Also when the stepfather comes into the picture.
And further taking her away. And so I just listening to Adam every night whine about his mother made me think about it.
How many times? Was I whining about my mother? Is that what brought this up?
No, you were talking about therapy.
It's about raping
You're talking
chickens.
You're talking about therapy. And
that has nothing to do with his mother.
Reminded me you're talking about your therapy and how little you talk about in your therapy.
Mom, I'm so mad at you! I'm so mad at you, Mom!
That is excellent.
See what I'm saying?
That was last week's show. I'm over that now, though.
All right.
She wouldn't let him.
I thought that was an interesting point. I thought maybe you could sort of corroborate that. Would you? Is that accurate or?
Well, my mom was out of it before the divorce, though. I don't. Oh, you mean did the divorce pull Mom farther away?
Yeah.
No, not my. I mean, my mom was just smoked a lot of weed and stayed in her room. You know.
Yeah, but I've seen the picture of your family. She seemed kind of together. Everything's kind of okay, and then doing, then she loses it.
How dare you attack my mother that way? You know, I built a shrine to her, Drew. I'll blacken your eye for that kind of talk. How dare you, sir?
I believe I was quoting you, by the way.
Oh, okay. No, I just got done whacking off to my mom. It's totally out of context. Totally.
That is great.
If you could have heard the conversation before that, you'd realize it was totally out of context. You whacking off
Something
to my mom.
about the dad.
And listen, both parents, I think, try to keep it together a little bit better when they're in front of the other parent, and especially in front of the kid. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think there's an attempt. Like Drew isn't in your marriage. I know your wife keeps a fairly tight leash around you, but it's not really a leash, more of a handle. A leash would suggest there's some room for lateral movement.
Well, you got to train them. You have to train them.
She just took a drawer handle and just put some wood screws in the drawer spine. She hangs on him like a piece of Samsonite when he's around the house. But when Susan's there and you're around the kids, even though you love your kids, there's a certain kind of way you have to sort of act, and it's almost responsible or respectful of the spouse as they pertain to the kids. So it's like it's almost how you would act. The difference between how you act when you're alone and when you act when you're with somebody at work or whatever.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to put up the parent front.
You might not even realize it, but the fact that there's, a couple of kids and mommy and daddy in the room sort of makes you a unit, makes you a family. And when you're not drunk and fighting, you do kind of act more that way. And if your wife was to take off, you might plant yourself on the sofa and tell the kids to, go out in the yard and play, play on
it affects
in the
I
compound.
see what you mean,
Yeah, so just not having the pressure of the other person, another adult.
It's like the check. It's like a check and balance.
Yeah.
They affect each other.
It doesn't even need to be another parent. It could be an adult.
Yeah.
Just one of your, how people act with their kids when their friends are sitting around, their adult friends. They're all of a sudden the world's greatest parent, and then they come back and the kid's, kid's wearing a bowl on his head, and he said, just been raped. You know how it is.
I don't know why he's doing that. He never does that at home.
That's right. That's right. What's with the excessive masturbation and the crying? He's 3. Is that healthy? Yeah, he's fine. You reach up to scratch your head, the kid flinches and starts crying. All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be back after this. Loveline and Adam Carolla is phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Everclear is going to be in here tomorrow night.
Is that their music right now?
I don't know. That's Incubus.
I like it.
All right.
Yeah, they're good band.
Well, if you like Incubus, you'll love Everclear. Valarie Ray Miller and Richard Gunn are both here from Dark Angel, 9 o'clock, Tuesday nights on Fox. And let's hop back on our phones and speak to
Shailene.
Shailene.
Yes.
Hi, Shailene.
Hi.
Yeah.
I like your guys' show. I listen to it every night. Just had to say it like everybody else.
Thanks, Shailene.
Well, my question is that I have a very hard time, when I'm like.
Turn your radio down.
Okay, hold on.
Feedback.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Never gets old.
Well, what happens is when when you're like saying you're making out with a guy or anything, don't ever get aroused, and I can't. It's like impossible for me. I've done it a few times, but
Done what?
well, just like getting aroused, it's really difficult for me to
She's
get
made
in the
out.
mood.
Bad kissers.
Have you made out a few times?
Oh yeah, well I've made out, and done things, but it just anything like it doesn't get me. Like I'll sit here and I'll be in the mood, and then once I get started, I will just drop out of it.
Maybe you're thinking about it too much. Because sometimes I know, if you go into your head at the wrong time, you're feeling something, and then you start worrying about something else, or, maybe this isn't right that I'm doing it.
I think
or something
worrying is the operative word here.
Or maybe you're trying to be aroused so much that you're not.
Not really, because I like porn, okay, and that's really interesting to me. But it's just when I get into a situation,
It is.
That's so fascinating. I find porn so fascinating. I don't even have sound up.
But maybe
I'm fascinated by it.
Maybe your experience isn't living up to your expectation. Maybe you have something going in your head with the porno.
Maybe the porno has tainted your
vagina.
Hey, I think it's just anxiety provoking to do with people, and you're 17, you're getting going.
Since it's to the male gender, but when I get attracted to the same sex.
That's okay.
Possibilities,
right?
Yeah.
But I haven't experienced anything, and it's and I'm thinking from past experiences could have had effects on my
what happened? What happened to you?
Well, I got sexually molested by my mother and her boyfriend at the same time.
Oh my God! I mean, of course.
Hold on.
It's major. That's major.
No, perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
Yeah, everyone experienced that at least by the age of 7, I'd say. What do you think?
In America,
it was a while ago, and I've learned to deal with
No,
it.
Charlene, no.
It's not a normal thing that you just deal with.
Yeah, that rewires your brain.
Yeah, there's something to that for sure.
All right, well, hold on. Before we convince her to kill herself tonight, I'm going to say some things that are going to make you want to kill yourself tomorrow, Charlene. I'm going to hold off on that. First off, your mother, for Christ's sake, and they both participated at the same time?
Yeah.
Were they heroin
my
addicts?
mother's in jail now for that and drugs and all.
Yeah.
I mean, I went through a whole lot.
So they're not around you anymore.
No. I live with my dad and my stepmom, which are really wonderful parents. I love my dad.
Right. Your mother just would be... Well, first off, something horrible was done to your mother.
Yeah, it was. I know about her past and everything else.
By your grandfather.
Yeah.
That great old guy. Someone put a bullet in his head.
I don't talk to him or anything.
Yeah, that's where it all started.
Listen, Satan shouldn't talk to him. He should really be offended.
Satan should have a talking to him.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with guys like that. Just I would love it if someone just took a shovel to them while they were asleep. Just a rusty goddamn shovel while they were asleep in their bed.
Well, that's when the death penalty kicks in. That's like people with people in their fridge.
Too long, too much. This is worse. I got to tell you. Hold on. I seriously, killing somebody... on just this sort of scope of human being, 10 being best and 1 being, I don't know, Hitler or Charles Manson or something, or Richard Simmons or someone of that ilk. One being, okay. The point is a guy who murders somebody is like a 3, and a guy who bangs his daughter's a 2. To me, that's lower. It's worse. I understand murder in a way. Is a component of being a human. We don't act on it.
Everybody has that compulsion, but you may not actually do it.
Yes, but if someone put a gun in your hand and someone and a beer in your belly and someone did the right thing to you at the right time, you could do something to them. But there's no amount of beer that could get you to do this to your daughter.
There's nothing to provoke that behavior.
You wouldn't look for it.
It's not out of self-defense. It's not about anything.
It's about having been abused themselves.
Yes, obviously. All right, so here's the deal. All bets are off for you, Sweet Pea. You got to work on... First off, I want to commend you. You sound amazing for somebody who's been through what you've been through.
Yeah, I believe those experiences have made me a stronger person, and it helps me to deal with my friends if they're going through troubles.
They have, but you're still... you're starting life off at a little bit of a disadvantage, and it's going to take a lot to get back. And you're going to have to work hard, but that's going to make you a better, stronger person.
And you've already got that in you.
In the meanwhile, something like your sexuality, all bets are off. for a few years.
Right.
I mean, you can have fun, you can experiment. Don't get pregnant, for Christ's sake. Don't get the HIV or anything. Take care of yourself, but you need to work on you as a person, and your compass should be spinning around like a dreidel sexually. You should have no idea because of the trauma that you've suffered.
Yeah, that's like exactly.
And to even have arousal is you can go into sort of two trajectories with this kind of history. One is you become hypersexual, and the other is you kind of shut down to sexuality.
Well, yeah, because nothing like that interests me.
Those things will work out as soon if you fix like the deeper issue.
The opposite spectrum is that you're 17, you've made 28 porn movies already. That's where you could have went.
Yeah.
So you didn't go there, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
I keep active and do sports and such.
Good.
All
right,
right on.
Take care of yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Tell your mom and stepdad I'll see him in hell. I'll give him a nice.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I want to be buried with a shovel. By the way, Drew.
To go after the smoke when you get to hell?
Well, to dig my way out in case something happens.
Oh, I see.
No. Yes, for when I go to hell.
You go after these guys.
I'm bringing a shovel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I'll be very. You know me. I'm upset. You know, I fly first class. Yeah. As you know, I'm literally a millionaire. Literally. Yeah. Now, and I fly the first class. You know how upset I get when they're out of, let's say, the salmon.
Yeah.
In first class. Yeah. Imagine how pissed I'm going to be when I'm in hell for jacking off too much. And I'm like, I got a punk with Dahmer.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Pissed. I mean, he'll be having conjugal visits.
How outraged will I be?
Well, he'll be happy though.
He'll be happy, but that's why I'm bringing a shovel with me.
Yeah.
Well, he won't be allowed to eat anyone because that's got to be what hell would be for him.
I was thinking about the afterlife.
Oh, it's your own hell.
Yeah. He'd have to eat Jello. No humans.
No, he'll be visiting with his family and having conjugal visits. That'll be your hell.
But he doesn't get any hands. That'll be his.
Yeah, no elbows.
No, but here's the deal.
I'll be sitting down for Thanksgiving dinner with canned cranberry sauce with the white trashmans every night. That'll be my hell.
I was thinking about the afterlife today, and I thought to myself, you know how we finally sort of figured out and sort of figured out things that we can manage with the physical universe. I mean, all these brilliant people over thousands of years have put us into the state where technology is so advanced. Those people are over on the other side now. Can't they figure out what that universe is all about?
Right. And we can't get Copernicus and Galileo to get together on something
and
put something together.
Send us a message.
They might already
how's
have
that
it.
part of the universe put together?
Well, Drew, you got to understand.
They might have moved beyond us.
codes.
They might be in another universe past that one.
Yeah, but they should be figuring that one out. They figured this one out.
Yeah.
Well, they got eternity to figure that one out.
These guys, they do talk to these people, these spiritual correspondents, I like to call them. They talk to people, they talk to the dead, but just in riddles. Nothing big. Sort of like
just to amuse the dead.
When you're on your cell phone and you're in a bad part of the canyon or something.
And it's like cutting out.
That's what it is. I always love that end of it. I just saw a whole thing on like 2020 last week on this. They get the people in the room. Somebody old died? Who? Anyone? Yes, me. Yes, my grandmother died too. Yes, and cancer, heart disease. That's really cancer. Yes, genius. She's 85. Right. 70% of people die of heart disease or cancer, and she's saying, now let's see, something about a brother, maybe a sister. She does. Hey, listen! Why doesn't she just tell her what it is? Either you can talk to the person or you can't. What is this whole riddle thing? It's total nonsense. But I do agree with you, Drew. We've had some of the greatest scientists and the greatest minds pass away over the last several thousand years. They could come back. Even Jesus ain't coming back. He's supposed to come back. He's not coming back.
Just figure out and master that universe.
But how do you know they haven't? Because we're not in that universe.
But when they talk to us, they don't talk about the technology of the other.
Anderson was screwing around over there. He forgot the F word.
She snuck it in on you.
All right. I agree. They're probably over there working like a combination, like a VCR waffle maker or something. I'm sure it's bigger than we could understand.
Yeah, it's bigger than all of us.
Maybe we don't need those things because they're in heaven.
No, they need waffles there. That's my heaven. It's waffles. I eat waffles, nothing but waffles.
But you've already established it, and that's not where you're going.
No, I'm going to hell. If I go to heaven, I'm going on a waffle binge. My belief is if they really want to send you to hell, they let you run around heaven for a weekend, and then they send you down there.
Psych.
Give you a little something. Yeah, a little taste.
Back up to the Waffle House.
Yeah, Monday morning, the alarm goes off, and you think I'm sitting there with the bib with a big picture of a waffle on it. You know,
Naked women
like
feeding
my
him.
chops, and all of a sudden a hatch door opens, and I go sliding down a hill. All right, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 25.
Yeah, I just want to tell the cast, like, what a great job they do on the show.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
And Valarie, you're fine, girl. I used to watch you when you were on that baseball show that you used to host.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Oh, the
You ever do
Fox
any movies?
pregame? Was it the pregame?
Yeah.
Did you ever do any movies or anything?
Done little stuff, nothing exciting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
But thank you.
She's
Thank you
single.
very much.
She is single? Dang. I wish I was you, Drew, sitting over there with her.
Where are you?
I'm in Bakersfield.
Yeah, Drew doesn't wish he was you, though. So.
What?
Bakersfield, not part of California, by the way.
Hey, be easy on it now.
I'm going to work on that.
We got to
Got a
break
lot of
California
fans
into
here, Drew.
fourths. We
Yeah.
got to get the central, northern,
Mike.
far northern, and southern.
I'm going to do some serious gerrymandering when I'm in charge and
Yeah.
start breaking it off because it's confusing. It really is confusing to people the rest of the country. They get some guy coming from Bakersfield. He's got a big plug of chaw on his lip, and he's driving a pickup truck. And like, where are you from? California? Where? California?
From Alancha.
California? Where's that? California? Wait a minute. I thought there's like movie stars, and Robert Urick's from Cali. You're not from Cali. You and Robert Urick are not from the same goddamn place. With John Forsythe. No way, you two. He's not from California. All right, we will take ourselves a little break. We'll be back after this. Yeah, Loveline. I'm Adam Ray Miller and Richard Gunn are both here from Dark Angel, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock on Fox. Show is number one hit of the new season. That's what I'm calling it. And it was number one last week. It beat, what's on? Gunsmoke? What's it on again?
Frasier?
We haven't watched TV in a while. Is Gunsmoke still on, Drew?
Rifleman.
My Mother, the Car. Oh, Rifleman's right. Beat the CBS lineups. My Mother, the Car, Gunsmoke,
Lost in Space.
Bonanza, Lost in
Favorite Martian.
Space, Amos and Andy.
Gilligan's Island.
And that's followed, I think,
The sad thing is those are all
Cronkite
still
does
on.
the evening news and wraps it up after, then the farm report after that. Hey, now everything's on TV all the time.
Yep.
But I remember, and I know you're old enough to remember this, Drew, that back. Well, first off, yeah, it was great. It was great when people signed off.
Yeah,
I mean, the
sign off,
station signed off
every night. Oh.
Every night, yeah. Like you knew you were staying up too late when you saw the Blue Angels.
Yeah, and a flag, a picture of the flag.
Right, and
Some stations need to sign
And then it would go.
I know.
They get desperate.
It would go to a pattern. Yeah.
Right. And every once in a while, one of them had like a poem. And they showed like an F-14 fighter, and it was flying up, and he reached into the sky. It was like Chuck Heston narrates, and he touched the face of God. I was like, listen, I don't need to hear Chuck talking about God. I've jacked off 9 times. I ate 14 bowls of top ramen. It's 3:15 in the morning. I'm strung out. I'm still living at home. I'm disheveled. This sucks. I think about touching the face of God at 3 in the morning on a Tuesday night, but you knew you stayed up too late when
Well, they signed
off,
Yeah.
and when
and it's depressing always too. It's like,
it was
oh,
depressing.
geez. Oh man,
It was
that one.
Too late.
It was it was twofold. It was A, no more programming for you to watch,
Right.
and B, the party's over. I mean, hey, it's like
late.
it's like when they flick the lights on at the nudie bar. And they turn the house lights on. It's like, oh Christ. Yeah. What night? What Monday night? Oh Jesus. Yeah, you feel bad. You start to sober up. You got to go home. But there also used to be really horrible shows on at 4 in the morning and
awful.
stuff. They'd start
There still
reprogramming.
are.
Yeah, but I mean, they had
No, nothing like
they had
this.
shows like Farm Report and stuff, like regional Farm Report. There used to be a show called Let's Rap.
Yeah,
Bad 70s forum shows. Like, we have Roberto Zapatas Escuela, Alonzo Conchita Gascuela here. She's representing the Grape Pickers Union. And on our right, we have some chick with like 40-foot afro, very proud, sitting there. And then we got some white guy over here. And they're all sitting around this bad white coffee table talking about issues.
Mostly was in old B movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I like that comes on late now? Infomercials. I can't watch them though because they hook me in.
No, Adam. That's Adam's stuff.
Do you like them too, Adam?
Hey, I bought a Wonder Mop.
Oh my
I bought a
gosh.
mop. I don't even know what to do with a mop. I bought a mop.
Now it's like the mop vac. Because I wanted that, and I
the
didn't
mop
order.
vac. No, I'm looking into one of those steamer things. So.
Where you can close the vegetables
Let's
in?
take some calls.
Yeah.
There we
I
go.
love that.
As by the way, in what universe does your shower ever get as bad as they do on those commercials? You know what I mean? They open a shower door, it's like a goddamn chia pet in there. It's like, what does this person do? Does they have like a stroke or something? What's going on? I mean, listen, I'm a bachelor. My shower's not pretty, but I don't have mushrooms growing on the side of it.
It's also it's like some sort of limestone runoff.
Yeah.
It's like a cave.
It's an atrium.
Yeah, it's like it's like there's a stalactite coming up from the
It's the
ground.
bat cave.
Of lime.
All right, Rachel. Hi, you're 20. What's up?
I just called to let you know that my husband and I love Huell Hauser.
Oh boy, it's life in the fast lane. Because you're up pretty late for a Huell Hauser
I
fan.
heard someone mention him. I'm like, I have to call him and tell him that we watched Huell Hauser.
She's slap happy.
Yeah.
And beautiful.
Huell's great to watch. He's been on KCT for 150 years doing the L.A. beat out here. He's great. Well, the good thing about Huell is you can go get something to eat or take a dump in between words. Not miss anything. A lot of shows you'll miss half the show.
Well, we even have a favorite episode.
What is your what were they?
He went to go visit like some llama-like animal in Silmar.
Oh, he went
backyard.
yeah, he does these he does tours people's backyards. Great. Yeah, it's what do you call it? Huell, that's called a hibachi. A hibachi. What do you do on that? Huell, we barbecue on it.
We need to get him on the show, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, so he can kick my ass. That guy's
Come
like
on.
6'6".
He's big.
He's got guns the size of a pro wrestler.
Yeah, Ann's working on it.
Boy.
Go, Ann.
Now this is wonderful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
love him.
But listen, Rachel, you've seen him tour the food factories. That's
Okay, my husband just mentioned he's all. Did you see the episode when he went and ate menudo?
Yeah.
And he was
It was a big
The
menudo.
band or the food?
No, the food. It was a big menudo cook-off.
He's very adventurous.
Apparently, there's some pretty big controversy in the menudo schools, which is there's the red menudo and like the white menudo. It's great. Yeah, it's fantastic programming.
And I also live in sunny Burbank, California.
All right,
3 months.
All right, you need to kill yourself now.
And 3 parking tickets.
Oh yeah.
front of my own home.
They're right on top.
They
of
do
it.
parking
You're
tickets
gonna
in
get
Burbank?
you're gonna get
Wow.
the boot.
I know.
At least they got that airport. We forgive Burbank everything.
Yeah,
because of the
thanks,
airport.
Rachel. You know, it's great about that boot they put on your car. I was just talking about this with my partner, Jimmy, the other day. It's like, you have left your car here for 6 months. We're putting the boot on it. Well, great. Now it's going to be there for the rest of its life.
Yeah.
It's like, it's ironic that they're actually immobilizing something because it has not been mobile.
No.
can
But
use that
they
at-
tow it when you have the boot on there.
Oh, eventually they
No,
tow it.
not even eventually. If you leave it for a weekend, I mean, this happened to me once, and they tow your car within a couple of days.
But it is ironic that they render something immobile because it wasn't mobile.
Make it
Right.
more immobile.
Right.
Jake,
That's
real quick.
right.
We got just a second here.
You got a broken leg, we'll break your other leg.
Jake is 14.
Yep.
Real quick.
Like sporadically, my testicles hurt just for no reason.
Both of them?
Well, yeah,
Or does it seem to be on one side more than the other?
both,
Simultaneously.
just for no reason.
And-
I'll be walking around and it'll start hurting.
Something's wrong with his testicle.
You ought to have a doctor look at that, because sometimes you can get torsion where they twist and they can cut their own blood supply off, and it can be a real serious, actually an emergency situation. And there can be inflammations and other things that can cause this, hernias and things too. Can be painful sometimes, but it's not nothing. It may be nothing, but it needs to be assessed before you can assume it's nothing. Okay?
All right.
It's just
All
like a
right,
doctor.
Jake.
It's not a big
I have
deal.
another quick question real quick.
Nah.
Just about, for Dr. Drew,
Yeah.
about, can tobacco be picked up by UAs?
It could be. Yes, it routinely is. In fact,
What's a what is it?
nicotine, urine toxicologies.
Oh, boy. This guy's a 14, for Christ's sake. What's he doing?
Well, it's testing.
Hey, Jake.
Yeah?
14, your nuts are on fire, you're chain smoking, you're getting tested for drugs?
I'm not smoking, just chewing. I live in a hick town. I just chew a little bit, and I'm just wondering if they can pick it up in UAs.
Why are you getting your drug tested? Why are you getting your urine? At 14?
Cancer in your
The
mouth.
doctor check your balls too.
And it's really common to get cancer in your mouth. I'm from Texas, and I know so many people that got it like that, chewing.
Yeah, and it ain't pretty
Nicotine
either.
is picked up in the urine, so.
All right, easy on the dip there, Gene.
And nobody wants to kiss
Are you in
tobacco
California?
No.
Good. Stay out. right. We'll be back. Everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you
Our
very
pleasure. Good
Tuesday
to see you
nights at
guys.
9.
Tuesday nights, 9 on Fabulous Fox. Good luck. Thanks for coming in. And congratulations on the show.
Thank you, man.
Everclear tomorrow night, everyone. And until next time, Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. Mom, I'm so mad at you. I am so mad at you, Mom.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.